Greetings, and love, peace, health, happiness.
Greetings,
And
love, peace, health, happiness.
greetings, and
And
love, peace, health, happiness.
oh no, oh no.
Greetings, and
And
love,
no,
peace,
no, no,
health.
there we go. There we go.
Oh gosh, sorry, I didn't know I was streaming in the background. So there's that. All right, let's start it over again. Greetings, of love, peace, health, happiness, and prosperity. This is Dr. Akila, and I decided I was supposed to do upload a video this week, and it never happened because it's a scripted video. It's in reference to the top 10 toxic drinks. What's up, Quintara? The top 10 toxic drinks to consume. And I just, and I am still writing the script. So I was like, okay, this is taking longer than I thought. So let me go ahead and just do a live stream. And it's not going to be long. I just want to go over the trap that which is normally common, but it has a new twist here. So let's go ahead and get started. Don't forget, I know a lot of you will. Oh, hi, Ashay. So that you are always on time. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let me fix some things here. Hold on. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. So, as you all know, we are in the moment of where we're having several holidays back to back to back. So last month we had Halloween, which consists of a lot of sugar, simple carbohydrates, and of course I think some of you all have been to some Halloween parties. So you had that going on. And so there you have it. And so now in October, it starts to get a little cold. The temperature starts to change. And speaking of temperature, it's like right now it's pretty warm in Georgia. I don't know what's it. I can't keep up with the weather here, but I love it. That's why I'm down here. But it started getting cold in October. And for other people, it started getting cold in September. And so the weather is changing now. So the sun is not out as long like it used to be. So now you're going to start having more of a vitamin D deficiency. If you were very active outside during the summer, then the deficiency, if you start to stay inside now, the deficiency, unless you're supplementing yourself, the deficiency will start coming around about this month, or the month of November. So keep that in mind. So I want to go over the phases that we have here. And we're going to start we can talk about Thanksgiving and the food there, but like I said, let me start from the beginning where we have the Halloween. Now, I don't know if any of you have been like gorging in simple carbohydrates with all of the sweets and the sweets, just the drinking, and the sweets, and that's just and then especially if you purchase a lot of candy and all of a sudden you had leftovers, and so you decided, like, well, I might as well go ahead and just finish it off. So there you have a lot of simple carbohydrates, which will tax the pancreas, cause your sugar um, to increase, go a little high, and that will tax your thyroid, and I'm talking about in women here, because sometimes men have testosterone, so they can balance that out, and it's not as bad. So then we have that, and then right around then we have Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving has more of your protein. It has the simple carbohydrates, but it also have your complex carbohydrates. So your complex carbohydrates could be in your mashed potatoes, your the yams, also in your stuffing, and of course, then you got your protein, which is either the ham or the turkey. For some people, they can be eating goat. It just depends. And so, and then you got all the sweets to go with it. And of course, vegetables. But a lot of people don't do too many vegetables, I guess. So you have the simple carbohydrates, which is the cranberry sauce, the pumpkin pie, which I find is, blech. But you also have pound cake. You have regular dessert. You got a lot of dessert because people like to binge. One of the worst things about Thanksgiving is the fact that this is the moment where people binge and they drink and they take food home and they binge some more, and you're eating leftovers for several days, and you're not detoxing that out. Of course, we're going to talk about the fact that many of you, and I'm going to say 90% of you, if you do eat turkey, it's not going to be hormone free turkey. We all know that, of course, in America, it is custom to have a turkey, and so you have a lot of these farms that have turkeys. They do the same thing to them that they do with chickens. The only difference is that, and I could be wrong, but I don't think they keep the turkeys. I gotta look into that. As a matter of fact, I don't think they keep the turkeys caged up. I don't think so. I'm actually not too sure. I'm actually not too sure. So I have to go and check into that. So you have that. Now, of course, with Thanksgiving, you all have your family, and I don't know, maybe there could be a few of you who have a good relationship with your family, and then there's many of you who, and I don't have this problem because I divorced my family a long time ago. So I have a new family, and they're awesome. And I'm looking forward to spending Thanksgiving with them again. So, yeah. So, but those who have your biological family, and you know that if you spend some time with them, that's when you do your best to be kind and not bring any drama. But it always happens anyway. So you have that stress. Especially when the spirit starts to get poured out. And so you have that stress, you have the liquor pulling people, they got the itis because they've been, eating. So now they're sleeping. And, then of course there's going to be one relative that wants to start trouble or say something inappropriate, and it just snowballs from there. And so there you have that. So those are two holidays you have back to back. So you have that, you have the Halloween, which you weren't able to detox all that sugar out of your system. And now you have bombarded your system for November. You have bombarded your system with protein, lots of protein, in addition to simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Okay, now we get into the most stressful month of the year, which is Christmas. For those who celebrate Christmas, so you have the countdown of when Christmas is here and when to get these presents, and and if you are going through financial hardship, you have that pressure and guilt that somebody's going to buy you presents, and you want to not be the person and not return it, as not to give gifts as well, especially if children are involved. Okay. And then, of course, it's going to be very packed, and you're going to go, even if you go out to eat, everybody is not in a good mood for the most part because it's like stressful. It starts getting a little bit more cold. People's patience is running thin. And when you go to the grocery store, it's crowded. When you go to the shopping mall or any shopping center, it's crowded. Not right now, but we are also, because, oh yeah, I forgot about Black Friday, which happens right after Thanksgiving. And you're going to have that madness. Now, I think they fixed it to where people are not getting trampled. And I think they fixed it to where there's not that much chaos in there. I don't understand I never could understand the whole Black Friday mentality. The savings you all are getting is not that big to be standing in line. I mean, I've never seen it. So there's that. But anyway, getting back to Christmas. So you have Christmas and you have the countdown, and then you have where, the stress is coming on. And now we're in the month of December during this time. Then it's definitely, unless you're in Florida, the temperature has definitely changed. Now your vitamin D is deficient if you're not supplementing. And this is something that you must keep in mind. You have to have that vitamin D3. What's also is going to occur around about this time is that they're I gotta be careful with the way I say this. You're going to be encouraged to get the flu shots or the jab. And so, yeah, so this is that time also when they're going to be trying to encourage you to get that. And so once Christmas is come and gone, then of course the next one is, hey, we got to celebrate the New Year's coming in. And most of the time, New Year's is celebrated with spirits, with something dealing with alcohol. And those of you who have been following me for a while, you all know my secret. Recipe, not recipe, but for those who drink, the remedy to offset drinking. So for every glass, for every thing of beer, mixed cocktail, whiskey, even if you do a shot glass of tequila or vodka, if you have to offset that with 16 ounces of water for every alcoholic beverage you consume. And so if you drink 2, then you're going to have to do 32 ounces of water before you go to bed. And that prevents the dehydration of the body. It also prevents the damage to the liver, as well as not causing any type of harm to your kidneys. Now, of course, I'm just telling you that a lot of, if you're not a heavy drinker, none of this will apply to you. If you just drink seasonally or you just drink on special occasions, I would just say, knock back a 16 ounce of water. But you don't want to drink until you're intoxicated. That's just a little too much. And so now here's where people start to get sick. And even though, you have the celebration of New Year's Eve, then you got Valentine's Day. For those of you who will celebrate Valentine's Day. What's up, yoga? So there's that. So what you need to do is be careful on Thanksgiving. I would say start, if you haven't done so, eat properly every day until, let me get back to that sign. Let me get back to that with Thanksgiving. If you want to, if you're the type of person that said, well, Dr. Keela, I really want to eat I want to be able to eat what I want, within reason on Thanksgiving. What can I do? I just I want to get a turkey. I know it's going to be hormones in it. I want that stuff, and I want to eat the pumpkin pie. I just want to have that. Then you have to eat properly for the rest of this month. This is the thing. You can live life if the majority of the time you are eating properly, if you're eating healthy. And you all know, some people are like, well, what is healthy? Now, if most of your food is living foods, meaning that you're eating 75% vegetables and the rest is or no, let's make 60%, 60 or 65% raw vegetables, and then the rest can be protein or carbohydrates. It just depends if if you eat meat or not. Then that is what I would consider. And I'm not talking about like cooked your vegetables to the point where they're just dead. I like yesterday I had a huge bowl because at the grocery store, people are not buying that organic spinach. So I like filled my cart up with spinach. So my husband is not a fan of it, but I am. And, to make sure that the organic isn't going bad, I took a big old bowl and I just put the whole container in there. And oh my God, did it fill me up, because I also added organic tomatoes, cucumbers. I'm like a cucumber person now. Of course, some avocados, some onions, and a couple of beets in there, like a slice and stuff of beets in there, just for sweetness in there. And geez, man, it was so good. It was so good. It was like, and I got a trick too, because I like the crunchiness. I add some fried onions in there too. So when you're eating that, it does fill you up. It really does, and you're not really hungry afterwards. You can add some meat, y'all know how I feel. No red meat. Excuse me. No red meat, but hormone-free chicken, hormone-free turkey. I gotta drink some water. Hold on a second. I didn't bring my water in here. Oh yeah, I did. Here I go. Hormone-free turkey, hormone-free chicken. If you already know how I feel about the fish. Make sure it's farm raised. Wild caught. Avoid the farm raised, and make sure that it is non-scavenger. But if you do scavenger, do it, every now and then. So if you eat this way, you can go ahead and have what you want on Thanksgiving. Here's the problem though. You all, and I don't think you guys got the discipline to do this, but I'm gonna see if you can. Don't take no leftovers. And the thing about it, you're like, well, I got my mama gonna be mad if I don't take no leftovers. Well then, okay, take the leftovers, but then give it to the homeless. Because here's the deal. People who invite you over to Thanksgiving, they're gonna pile your plate up because they don't want all that food. Where are they gonna put it? In their refrigerator, it's not gonna hold all that food. So they're definitely gonna pile your plate up, send you home with all kinds of food, and you don't want that's gonna add on to extra pounds. And this is when the time where everybody starts gaining weight. And then of course, you got your New Year's resolution people thinking that they're going to lose weight in January. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You're not going to lose weight in January. It's cold outside. You made a New Year's resolution. This is not the time to bring in good habits. You bring in good habits during the month of March, on the day of spring, the first day of spring. March the 21st. So if you're trying to have a goal of losing weight, it would have to be during that time because you know it's in the dead of winter. Nothing is growing. Not like this. The everything is covered with either the leaves from the fall or snow, and it's just this is not the time to start having new goals. I've always I've always been against New Year's resolutions in January because it's just a setup. And this is when everybody started joining gyms and start getting weight loss packages and things like that. And it just never works out because you are making that goal during a time when the body wants fat on it. This is why I said it's always a trap. You people gain weight in the winter because of the Halloween followed by the Thanksgiving, followed by the Christmas, followed by the drinking and the little what do you call it, finger food that you're eating well in the nighttime. You're not supposed to be eating at night, so you're doing all that. And it's like it's just a big old setup. And then of course, you know, lack of vitamin D, lack of zinc, and then your body, if you're in cold climate, your body wants to stay warm, and so it's going to encourage you to eat food that's going to put weight on you so that it can, because fat is thermal. I don't know if you all know that. But fat is very thermal, and you can stay pretty warm depending on how big you are. I'm not saying do that. Go buy a coat instead of getting fat. So, but I want you all to know that this is where it's just a bad idea to try to lose weight when it's cold outside. You're not going to want to be motivated to go to the gym when it's snow outside or it's really cold and you got to sit in your car and warm it up for a second. But when you make your New Year's resolutions or you make your goals in March on the first day of spring, things begin to come alive. Okay? You start seeing little insects, you start seeing the trees turn green, the leaves are turning green, the flowers and the bees, and you start seeing more of the animals start to come alive, and it starts to get a little warm because we have been hibernating, which was somewhat a hibernating during the winter season, and now we're coming alive and the sun is out and it starts to stay out a little longer. And now you're able to get your vitamin D from the sun, which is also going to build up your immune system. But the trap is that you're not taking the time to detox after Halloween, after Thanksgiving, after Christmas. And then this is when people get sick. And then, of course, the powers that be is going to try to convince you to get this shot or that shot because they want you to be dependent on them and their methods and their pharmaceuticals instead of you being dependent upon your own natural immunity, which is in your thymus gland, and to heal yourself and to bounce back from any type of ailment that you may get during that time. So if anybody have any questions, because I'm not going to stay long, I wanted to keep it up. Like I said, I abandoned the channel, so I'm doing my best to stay active here. And I was like, come on, let's just talk about the and I got I'm so happy to see some of you all are giving suggestions. I just saw a suggestion today in the comment section. So if anybody else have a suggestion for a future video, let me know. I will work right on it. So there's that. But before like I said, if anybody have any questions, go ahead and ask me right now. But before I go, I just want to say that um, this is if you start having good habits now, when the winter season get here, if you stray away just a little, it won't be that detrimental. A lot of people, if you start like having those good habits where um, Monday through Saturday, you're eating very good. I would even say perfect. And then Sunday, you do what you want within reason. Or you can do the other way, Sunday through Friday, and then have Saturday as the day you want to eat what you want to eat. For me, because I'm so busy on the weekends, I just make Tuesday my free day where I eat what I want. Last time I had this past Tuesday, I had a big old thing of pancakes. And oh my gosh, let me tell y'all something. If you go to the vegetarian section where they sell the meat sausages, what is it? Rising, oh my God, Morningstar. Morningstar have these veggie patties, sausages that it would taste. It actually, this one is maple flavor. Holy smokes, it's so good. Oh my. Woo, child, let me tell y'all something. I had to look at the ingredients. I'm like, wait a minute. I hope this isn't real sausage patties. And nope, it was made out of soy. So, and it's organic. But it had that slight maple syrup taste to it inside of that. So I had that as well. It was just so good. So that keeps you sane when you have either a cheat day or a cheat meal, and then you're just doing perfect any other time. I need you all to do your best to stay active, a minimum of 30 minutes a day, or maybe 30 minutes 5 days a week, but an hour will be optimum. That would be the perfect, I guess you could say the perfect, what is the word I'm looking for? I would have to say that's just until I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But that would just be the perfect thing to do. Is if you have the time, make it an hour. But if you just got 30 minutes, okay, that's just better than nothing. Never forget, 30 minutes is better than nothing. Okay, so there's that. All right, beloved. So I am still working on that script. Where I'm talking about, because I think this is a very interesting video that I'm working on that I'm going to upload to this channel. And like I said, it's going to be like it's in reference to the top 10 unhealthy drinks. And you're going to be surprised about 2 of them in there. You know what I'm saying? You may not. We'll see. I don't know, but there's that. And for those who had made a suggestion in reference to some topics in the future, I will definitely do that. And because I just saw it today. So when I do a live stream, because like I said, my goal is to have that video ready and have that uploaded for you all, and then do another live stream either next Saturday or next Sunday. But so far so good, being very active here on the channel. So it's all good. So there's that. All right, beloved. So listen, I will look forward to that video being uploaded here to this channel. And without further ado, I am going to go. And like I said, if you all have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to ask in the comment section below, or you can send an email to the Wellness Center. All right. So this is Dr. Akilah. Thank you so much for coming by, and I will see you on the video that I'm going to upload, and I'll definitely see you on another live stream either next Saturday or next Sunday. Have a wonderful weekend, or I hope you're having a better weekend and a better week. All right? Take care. Peace and blessings.